Hey everybody, you want to make sure you log in before you do these problems. I'm not going to log in because if I logged in, then my problems would already be solved. And I want to just do them for you. I'm going to make the font larger. Okay, given a string, return a string where for every character in the original, there are 2 characters. Sweet, we're going to use some loops. These problems use loops. Show hint, to declare a local string result variable starting with the empty string. Standard loop over every character in the string is dot, 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 inside the for loop. Okay, we're not going to do quite what they say, but check it out. We are going to do close to what they said. String, and I'm going to say equals empty string. And now we're going to do a for loop and go through all the characters in the original string for int I equals 0. I less than str.length. So this is, I totally agree with their hint. I wish the hint would go away because it's got something in there I don't want you to use, but it'll be okay. Pay no attention to the man behind the mirror. All right, so this gets us a loop, and let's now if it's we just need two of the character. Okay, so what we're going to do is say temp plus equals. That means we're going to add to the temp variable the current character, and we're going to do this twice. So it's str substring I comma I plus 1. And I could do it twice on the same line, but I'm going to just copy this line and paste it twice. So we're going to just oh yeah, forgot we got to do a return temp. Got to send it back to whoever called. Okay, well that gives you a chance. They said to use this thing called char at, but we're not using that in this class. It's not part of the AP subset. So we're using substring I comma I plus 1 instead of the char at command, if you saw it in their hint. Okay, return the number of times that the string hi appears anywhere in the given string. Okay, so int c equals 0. And let's do for int I equals 0. We're going to go through all the characters. I less than str dot length. The thing is, if we go all the way, it's going to crash because we're going to be checking. So I think we're going to say -1. Well, let's do -2, but I think we just did this. I worked out one of our other class assignments, and I think we're going to have to do -1, but we'll see what happens. I plus plus. Okay. So what we're going to do is say if str.substring I comma I plus 2 dot equals hi close paren c plus plus. And we're going to return c. So this is taking 2 characters at a time. So it would take this A, B and say, is that high? Nope. Then it would take BC, is that high? Nope. You know, and so on. And then it finally would get to this one. It would say, yep. And then it would try I space, and then it would try space H. Anyway, let's see what happens. I think it's going to not get everything. Let's see. I forgot to put a semicolon there. We got a couple problems, and the problems are when there's a high at the very end. So this just got to be a -1 here instead of a -2. I'll show you what I mean, if we had this expression, hi, let me put it in a comment. Now we're looking for hi. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. These are characters 0, 1, 2, 3. And so if we said string length, which is 4, -2, what we originally had, that would be the value 2. So that means the biggest this would ever get is 2, 3. And so when you do substring 2, 3, what you are getting is just that character. And in fact, I think it would be 1, 3 is as high as this would go. So you'd be getting IH. But by doing this -1, that's the length is 4. 4 minus 1 means the highest it's ever going to get is 3. So it'll go 1 comma 3. Sorry, it'll go 2 comma 4 now. How does that work? Oh, because we're doing the plus here. So the biggest, this is for the biggest that I ever gets is 3, but it'll go 3 comma 5. Why is that not crashing? Yeah, I'm just talking myself into corners. 3 plus. No, the length is 4. Oh, yeah, the biggest it'll ever get is 2. And so you'll end up with 2 comma 4 as the last one, and you'll get high. Anyway, there you go. Sorry. Probably help if I had worked it all out ahead of time, but I knew that I could work these out on the fly. Here we go. Cat, dog. Return true if the string cat and dog appear in the same number of times in the given string. So we're going to do a cat counter, and we're going to go through the whole string and see if cat is in there. So for int I equals 0, I less than str.length minus 2. I'm following the pattern we just discussed, I plus plus. I think it'll be appropriate. We'll make sure by testing it. And then we're going to say if str substring I comma I plus 3, because cat's 3 characters long, dot equals cat, the whole if line, then we're going to go cat plus plus, semicolon. All right, and you know, the truth is, I think when I originally worked this out, I did a whole separate for loop, but we can just do the same thing and check for dog, except make sure you change the dog counter. And then what's kind of crazy here is we can say return cat equal dog. Pretty sure that'll work. That's just saying, hey, return true if cat is equal to dog, return false if it's not. Bada boom. Nice. Okay. And I wanted you to do one more. Count code. This one's a little trickier. I got to see how many times the word code appears anywhere in the string, except any letter could be instead of the D. So what we're really going to check, how many times is there a CO followed by some anything followed by an E. Okay, so we're going to make a counter. And we're going to do our loop. And I equals 0, I less than str dot length. Now we're looking for a word that's 4 characters long, so we're going to subtract 3 from this. And yeah, I'm not going to try to explain why that is. It's just we've built this up doing these 4 in a row. And nothing like looking at a specific example, maybe write one on a piece of paper, and you'll see exactly why we have to do -3. It's really like -4 plus 1, but 4 being the length of the word we're looking for. Okay, so then we're going to say if str.substring I comma I plus 2, that'll give us the CO, dot equals CO, and str dot substring. Now, I think it's I plus 3, comma I plus 4 to give us the dot equals E. Close parenthesis, C++. I think I'm allowed to hit enter here, and then we could just see it all at once. And then right here, we're going to say return C. Boom. Okay, so maybe I'll show you an example why this is working. If we had cozy, that's 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, the setup, we're starting at character 0, and the length of the string -3. So length of the string in this case is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. So we're saying, hey, I is going to start at 0, and it's going to run this loop as long as I is less than 1. Okay, I'll tell you what, it means it's just going to run once, no matter what. So it says, okay, if substring 0, 2 equals CO. So if you say 0, 2 on a substring, you're going to get CO. Perfect. And substring 3, 4 equals E. Now remember, 3, 4, it's 1 less than the second number, so it doesn't give you an error, and you get an E. And see, if you didn't, I'll show you, if you did this, they'll crash out of range when it gets, it goes too far. And that's why we take a little off the top to make sure it doesn't go too far. Alrighty. I hope that